The Council of Nigeria in the state. The federal government launches a revised counter-terrorism strategy to tackle Boko Haram in the northeast. Details of these and other stories in just a moment. Top of the morning, and thanks for joining us on the news. I am Samuel Udofia. The state government has drawn a business agreement with a Singapore charitable Kum business organization, the Ashton Associates Limited, to foster agricultural, infrastructural and industrial development of the state. At the event, which took place at the Governor's office, Uyo, Governor Dumi Emmanuel described the involvement of the group as a demonstration of his administration's determination to partner reliable bodies in the development of the state. Government House Bureau Chief Colonel Edem Efretu reports that the country director of Ashton Associates Limited, Dr. Patrick Edel, signed on behalf of his organization, while the Commissioner for Agriculture and Natural Resources, Dr. Matthew Kaite, and his Special Duties counterpart, Engineer Eti Linyang, initialed for the state government.
The bilateral agreement is for the development of a 10,000 hectares of rice farm with accompanying rice processing mill construction at Mbiabet Ikorudo in Ini local government area. The construction of a 17.4 kilometer Odorikpe Mbiabet Ikorudo road, part of which bill will be foot by Ashton Associate as part of its corporate social responsibility, and the establishment and management of the state coconut plantation and refinery at Mpareni local government area. Governor Dumi Emmanuel said the signing of the agreement was a demonstration of his resolve to drive home his developmental plans for the state. The governor commended the Ashton Associates for its decision to invest in the state, assuring that they would not regret such investment given the fact that the state is investor-friendly and the government a responsible one. He assured the organization of government's commitment to creating conducive environment to enable it succeed.
So first of all, give God the glory for the love and finding a pride of state as a destination for partnering and collaborating with us in the area of investment, and in addition to that, some infrastructure consolidation and expansion in the states. So let me rest assured, every single responsibility that we're supposed to perform as government, we will perform all of them to the letter. And also be rest assured that we're not ignorant of that environment that you need for investment like this to grow.
The country director of Ashton Associates Limited, Dr. Patrick RDL, said his company is in the state to explore the abundant agricultural resources to create wealth and so create employment opportunities to better the lot of youths in the state. Dr. RDL assured that it would soon commence the projects, which is estimated to take hundreds of millions of dollars.
We are investing in these projects, and we believe that whatever we are going to say today, whatever we are going to write, by God's grace, we are going to fulfill it. And I want to mention that already we are on target. If you people know that we promised that within 7 days we will move. Already we are there.
The Commissioners for Special Duties Engineer Eti Linyang and his Ministry of Agriculture and Natural Resources counterpart Dr. Matthew Kaite commended Governor Dumi Emmanuel on his selfless efforts to develop the state, saying there is already light in the tunnel for the state and its people. Colonel Edem Efretu reporting.
The State Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has presented certificates of return to the new executive of Inter-Party Advisory Council of Nigeria, IPAC. The certificates were presented following the successful election of the committee, which produced the new executive officers. The exercise was performed by the INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner, Dr. Gabriel Ada. Ayana Paul has details.
The new state executive of the Inter-Party Advisory Council of Nigeria has the state chairman of People's Democratic Party, Obong Poligbo, as the chairman, with Obong Kufri-Nyarete of APC as the vice chairman, while Joe Tiaba of the Accord Party is the secretary. William Zebe of the PPF is the assistant secretary. Effiong Okun of PPN, financial secretary. Godwin Omana of the National Conscience Party, treasurer, and Lauren Zudo of NPPP is the publicity secretary. Presenting the certificates of return to the new executive, the INEC Resident Commissioner Dr. Gabriel Ada appreciated IPAC for its cooperation with INEC and sued for same in the future. Dr. Ada, who congratulated the new executive for coming out victorious in the elections, advised them to carry members of the committee along and do their best to move the group to the next level. The INEC Resident Commissioner also called for quarterly meeting between IPAC and INEC in order to discuss matters of common interest for the betterment of the state.
This is a good opportunity for me to express the appreciation of the Commission to you for sparing your time that period to work with us. The IPAC as an advisory committee is expected to work with INEC in such a way that we can always identify the challenges and problems that could arise from electoral activities, and through consensus be able to solve such problems.
In his response, the chairman of IPAC in the state, Obong Poligbo, thanked the INEC for assisting them to conduct the election, which he noted was not only free and fair, but very transparent. Obong Poligbo said the committee has the problem of funding and appealed to INEC to look into it, as he promised that IPAC will always partner INEC in its dealings.
Let me thank the management of INEC for the partnership, very robust partnership that we have in Akwa Ibom State with them and other political parties. We will be asking the national body and INEC to find a way of having the enablers, which is the finances, to also cause the business of IPAC and INEC come very strong.
Other members of IPAC, including Obong Kufri-Nyarete, appreciated INEC for always creating a level playing field for political parties and promised members support.
Thank you very much, the Commissioner, for your cooperation with all of us, the political parties. Without you, we wouldn't work, but without us too, you wouldn't be here. So thank you for all that we have done to make parties work in the state.
We are delighted by giving us officially the certificate of return by IPAC. We also want to acknowledge IPAC National for their contribution towards ensuring a successful day like this. For also partnering with INEC for us to have certificate of return.
Yagino Paul reporting.
Youths in the state have been charged to shun all forms of violence and live a responsible lifestyle in order to be useful to themselves and the society. The advice was given by the Governor Udom Emmanuel, during the Thanksgiving service in honor of the Special Assistant to the Governor on NDDC matters. Patience John reports that the Governor was represented by his deputy, Mr. Moses Egbu. The report is here presented.
The Governor also called on the youths to live exemplary to attract the blessings of God on them. He asked them to eschew all forms of vices, embrace hard work and dedication, especially to assigned responsibilities. Ms. Udom Emmanuel, who appreciated the love of God in the life of the Reverend Samuel Eka, said that God will not abandon those who put their trust in Him.
His decision to serve God must come from experience he has garnered And so, yes, at least the ceremony, which is a child blessing and gratitude to God, is very well attended.
Pastor Osahon Tabo, Full Life Christian Center, who represented Reverend Tia Aintia, spoke on the power of thanksgiving. The clergyman advised Christians to make thanksgiving a daily ritual in view of God's benevolence on them, noting that those who cultivate the habit of thanking God enjoy bountiful blessings from Him.
What is thanksgiving? Simply put, the act of giving thanks, grateful acknowledgement of benefits or favors. Thanksgiving is a grateful acknowledgement of the benefits and the favor of God.
The celebrator, the Reverend Samuel Eka, said the Thanksgiving service was to allow him an opportunity to appreciate God for his life. According to him, he had an encounter 17 years ago which would have ended his life, and that God saved him. According to him, the situation led him to Jesus Christ, where he later became the president and founder of Kingdom Assembly of Heaven on Earth worldwide.
The Lord Jesus Christ, in the body of Christ, in the government, in the business world, in the marketplace, representing Christ everywhere I am, and He decided to spare my life. So since 1999, God gave me another family. You know, He gave me a wonderful woman for a wife, and she has taken me into a realm of relationship that I didn't even expect.
The Ministry of Environment and Mineral Resources will, on Friday, August 26, 2016, embark on sanitation exercise at the Itam and Aqualandem markets. The exercise is scheduled to begin from 7 o'clock in the morning and end by 10 o'clock. A statement from the Office of the Commissioner, Ministry of Environment and Mineral Resources, has directed market officials and market users to participate in the sanitation exercise, adding that all markets will be closed during the exercise. Meanwhile, the general monthly sanitation exercise for the month is billed for Saturday, August 27, 2016. Members of the public are expected to participate fully in the exercise, which will last between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. The statement, however, warns that defaulters will be prosecuted at the Environmental Sanitation Courts. You're watching AM News. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Stay.
Ndi jokwa idom inekem anahantine kitingenyen ipemen kan kopnyen sia kwa de madiwo uruong mbio kusong diong edem mekem benusong na mama dong so dombio senenia akwedo pe wak na wawa kemitie u karenemme ku bobi tunam du bego me u foko kerodo udo kem no song diong edem ba wiko kene tubidem sim kene na wadinam kan kopnyen sana na u kareyem yung yagusung non diong edem agawamo dakada ya iriana mukara stedemi inyanga mufomnyen inyanga miwangi mbang diong edem adibo bia dakada ya ribobo kwa ibomnyen afon anyonga ya yasedon etubo mi eto ufogutum udiana ukara stedemi isamdofo.
You're still watching AM News, and I'm Samuel Udofia. As a way of reaching out to the society by showing love, Sisters of Udom Emmanuel shared with hundreds of people doing business or relaxing at the plaza Ikorekpene town. A socio-political association made up of Ona daughters that are married across the state was led by their chairman, Board of Trustees, Mrs. Idonse Thomas. Aniatia Akwaitan reports.
The visit of the Sisters of Udom Emmanuel to the plaza at Ikorekpene town put smiles on the faces of the people as those who were present were served free food and beverages by members of the organization. Some people who were able to recite the Dakada Creed were appreciated as they were presented with wrappers by the organization. The international president of the group, Mrs. Patience Dominic, said The visit to the public place was to share love with the people. She informed the people that Governor Udom Emmanuel is concerned about their welfare and that the interaction was on his behalf, since other state functions would not permit his presence. Some beneficiaries thanked the sisters of Udom Emmanuel for the kind gesture, which they noted has been taken out of the state capital. Anieti Afaita reporting.
An educationist and devout Christian, Obong Enoch Enodofia of Adalbo in a Tinan local government area, has passed on at the age of 84. Obong Odofia, who started his early working life in the private sector, later joined the civil service as a graduate teacher in 1968. He rose through the ranks, traversing many secondary schools in the then Cross River State, ending up as Assistant Zonal Supervisor, State Schools Board. While in the erstwhile Cross River State, Obong Enoch Enodofia also served as Commissioner for Education in 1985 and Commissioner for Local Government and Community Development in 1987 when Akwa Ibom State was created. On return to Akwa Ibom, he served as Commissioner in 2 ministries, Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, as well as Health, in the administration of the then military governor, Colonel Tunde Obeha. As an educationist, Obong Odofia was the proprietor of the first private secondary school in what is now known as the Tinan Federal Constituency, Alta Academy, Adabo, founded in 1971. He belonged to many educational associations, including ANCOPS and West African Examinations Council, National Technical Committee. A committed member of Methodist Church Nigeria, Obong Enoch Enodofia was a Knight of John Wesley and member of various church bodies. Sir Odofia was installed clan head of Iman in 1973 and later honored with the chieftaincy title of Ntan Chaofiong Iman in 1983. A funeral statement signed by the eldest son and chief mourner, Prince Ibang Odofia, indicates that Night of Songs in honor of the deceased will take place today, Thursday, by Methodist Church Nigeria, Imanibom Circuit, number 3 Iman Road at Tinan by 5 p.m. Burial will be tomorrow, Friday, August 26th, after a funeral service by the Methodist Church Nigeria at Tinan Institute Field, Hospital Road, Tinan by 10 a.m. The late Enoch Enodofia is survived by 4 children, grandchildren, and many other relations. The Nigerian Union of Journalists, Akwa Ibom State Council, has condoled with Mrs. Glory Ekanem over the demise of her husband, Barrister Daniel Ekanem. The chairman of the NUJ, Elder Patrick Albert, who led some past chairmen of State Council of the Union and the burial committee members, headed by Godwin Benson during the visit, said the Union received the demise of Barrister Daniel Ekanem with great shock. Elder Albert hoped that the retirement from service of the broadcast journalist would have given him another lease of life as he ventured into the law profession. He described late Barrister Ekanem as a man who was active within the media circle and activities concerning Ikorekone, where he came from. Elder Albert said the Union was in the bereaved family house to share with them in the moment of grief, noting that Daniel has left a vacuum that would be difficult to fill. He prayed God to console the family and assured that the burial committee set up by the NUJ would liaise with the family to give the late former NUJ state chairman a befitting burial.
We cannot question your authority to take him out at this time. But Father, we ask that the family he has left behind, that you take over and control, and protect them and provide for them. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen.
Barrister Daniel Ekanem, Otuabasi Ekanem, flanked by his mother and wife of Barrister Ekanem, Glory, thanks the NUJ for commiserating with the family in their trying time. Present during the visit were the Secretary of the Union, Comrade Amos Etuk, the former State Chairman of the NUJ, Elder Namso Morin, Barawa Idong, Mr. Israel Umo, and Mr. Chris Ipoto from the AKBC television channel. The Nigerian government has launched a revised counter-terrorism strategy aimed at tackling the Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast, and on the foreign scene, a 6.2 magnitude earthquake has struck central Italy, killing dozens. Mercy Ekere has details.
The federal government has said that it is reviewing its approach in tackling Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast. This was revealed at the launch of the revised counter-terrorism strategy in Abuja, where Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, who represented President Muhammadu Buhari, pointed out that a robust and dynamic counter-terrorism strategy is crucial in the fight against terrorism. Professor Osinbajo reminded Nigerians that the fight against insurgency is an unconventional one, and the launch of the revised counter-terrorism strategy underscores the fact that government recognizes that terrorism is redundant, not static, hence its response must be dynamic and versatile. The Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has suspended 9 banks from further dealing in foreign exchange transactions until they transfer all outstanding Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) funds in their vaults into the Treasury single accounts. The suspended banks are UBA, First Bank of Nigeria, Diamond Bank, Sterling Bank, Sky Bank, Fidelity Bank, Keystone Bank, FCMB, and Heritage Bank. Some quarters in the banking industry, however, see CBN's move as contradicting in its earlier circular, which exempted NNPC funds from being transferred into the Treasury single accounts. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has disclosed that 241 Nigerians have been repatriated from Libya. NEMA says some of the repatriees are some of the Nigerians who were stranded after trying to travel illegally to Europe through Libya. The International Organization for Migration facilitated the repatriation. Following several complaints against the diversion of funds and resources for internally displaced persons in the northeastern Nigeria, the United Nations has said it will investigate the matter. According to the United Nations Assistant Secretary General, Mr. Toby Lanza, the alleged diversion does not represent what the UN stands for. Mr. Lanza expressed disappointment over the incident and described it as a huge setback both to Nigeria and the UN. Recently, American business mogul Mr. Bill Gates had donated $1 million to the victims of Boko Haram insurgency in the northeast. Mr. Gates' donation is one of the several international aids the northeast has received in recent times. On the foreign scene and in central Italy, a 6.2 magnitude earthquake struck the mountainous rural area at about 3 a.m. on Wednesday morning, killing dozens, while about 150 persons are missing. Search and rescue teams have been digging through the rubble to free survivors. Italian President Sergio Mattarella has described the disaster as a moment of grief and of appeal to shared responsibility. Prime Minister Matteo Renzi and Catholic Pontiff Pope Francis have commended volunteers and civil protection officials for their efforts in trying to rescue trapped survivors under the rubble.
You can also watch AKBC TV News online by logging on to akbconline.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC450 or on Facebook at AKBC Channel 45. And now to end our AM News, the top stories. The state government has drawn a business agreement with a Singapore charitable business organization, the Ashton Associates Limited, to foster agricultural infrastructure and industrial development of the state. At the event, which took place at the Governor's Office, Uyo, Governor Udom Emmanuel described the involvement of the group as a demonstration of his administration's determination to partner reliable bodies in the development of the state. That's our package. Thanks for watching and have a great Thursday. Good morning.
You're a child of God. You got purpose. The Lord put it there, then nobody can take it away.
The Lord spoken to me. Visions of what's to come. A rise of good against evil. What are we going to do? Once it begins, our brothers and sisters are joined. And we'll number in the hundreds, thousands even. And we'll
I pray you sing a new song.